Hello to my amazing second grade artists. Welcome back to Remote Learning Week 4 and welcome back to my home art studio. Glad to have you here and come on over. Let's get started. There we go. Okay, now the past couple weeks we've been focusing on the elements of art. The elements of art are the tools that we use to create art. We've talked about line, color, and texture last week. This week, we're going to focus on value. Now, on this chart, it says for value, value refers to relative lightness and darkness and is perceived in terms of varying levels of contrast. That's a lot of words. So, I printed out another poster for us that shows us clearly what value is. In simple terms, value is the lightness or darkness of a color. This poster says value is the range of light to dark and the key to the illusion of light. So, using value, lightness to darkness, can help you make something look realistic. Make it look like when you're drawing or painting, coloring, color pencils, it can make it look like it has depth, like it is three-dimensional, when it's really flat. So if we look at this poster, we see a value scale from white to black, shows all these grays in between. And then we see the color scales from light to darkness. And in second grade, we don't really talk a whole lot about tints and shades. We do a little bit, but a tint is the lightest of an color, and the shade is this darker section. Tints and shades. The actual color is probably about right here. Okay, actually it's right there. Okay, now this poster also shows us, there's a picture of a dog right here. Well, you see the shadows in his ears and the highlight on his eyes and nose. Using value ranges of color to show light and dark areas is what makes it look three-dimensional. Now this right here, if we look at this, we know that this is just a circle. But using value, light and dark, white to black, we can make it look like a sphere or a ball. Look at this. There's all these little things that point to it, like this is the highlight. There's the light bulb. That's where the light is coming from. So the light is bouncing off right there in the white. That's the highlight. And then this is all shadow. Gray to darker gray. Then you have the core of the shadow. Reflected light on this side right here. And then it's sitting on the table or the ground because we have a shadow, a cast shadow. Now, our bodies make shadows because we're solid. Light does not go through us. So what you're seeing is your body absorbs the light and you see a shadow behind you. The light doesn't go through you. We're going to be working, you're going to pick a shape and your shape is going to overlap in spots. Let me show you what I mean. Here's my sample. What shape did I choose? A triangle. So here's my triangle. I choose a triangle. So here's my triangle. I drew several different types of triangles, isosceles, equilateral, and I made sure they overlapped. None of them completely touched the edge, but overlap means one goes on top of the other. See right here, this one goes into that one, and this one has all these little pieces going into that one, and this one. This one's out here by himself. That's okay. You can have one or two that's shapes that are out there by themselves, but make sure that some of them touch. Okay, this is my sample. And then later on, when we talk about color and the value of using your color, you're going to be pressing down hard with your crayon to get the dark areas, and then lighter, and then lightest to get the lightest areas. Okay, so here's my sample. Now, you can draw with me, pause and draw with me. each time I go, or you can watch the whole thing and then go back and do your project. It's up to you. But I'm going to use a pencil, and I'm going to do my paper vertically. Although it doesn't really matter, you can turn your paper any way you want. Okay, so since I did triangles with my first sample, I'm going to do circles with this one. Now, they don't have to be perfect. We're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Art is not perfect. So I'm just going to draw circles the best I can. Using my pencil, big circle, even bigger circle, medium circle. Now, are these overlapping? Not yet. I'm going to have to do a circle here. Now that one does look. Now let's do one. A little one here. A little one here. Maybe another big one. Ooh, what if I did this? Big one. I can erase this part. Now let's do one that can, oh, little one by itself over here. Little one by itself over here. And then maybe, since I erased this part, it's crooked. All kinds of crooked. That's what happens when I can't see it from the side. So I'm going to fix it. See? Not perfect. Okay? Then let's do a little one there. All right, look at that. Now, none of these circles are perfect, and that's completely okay. Yours do not have to be perfect either. Okay, now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a color crayon, and I'm going to press down in some of these shapes. See this shape that I made right there? And then I might go lighter in that shape, go even lightest right there, and then there's a shape, and here's another shape. So I'm going to press down hardest first to get the solid color, then go lighter and lighter and lighter. Okay? Then I'm going to take my black crayon and outline all my pencil lines. And you'll see that. I'm going to speed this up, the coloring portion, so you can see how it goes. Okay? Let's do purple. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here's my finished overlapping shape value showing artwork. And all I did was do the circles that overlap. You can choose any shape. Press down harder in some of these shapes that it makes. Go lighter, and then even lighter, and then lightest. And then outline with your black crayon. Now, you can see the difference between these two. This one I did a lot earlier this week, and I took my time, really made sure it looked well, because this is my final piece. This one's kind of like a draft. I was doing it fast to show you how I did it, and I sped it up to show you how I did it. But you can see the difference in the craftsmanship. I want you to think about your craftsmanship, showing how your work, you worked hard. If you worked fast, it's okay, but I want you to work on it. All right, so here's my 2 shape examples. Now, if you would like to share them, I would love to see them. Have your family members take a picture, email it to me at WYork. You can find at WCPSS.net. You can find that on the front of the MI page. You can also join our office hours from 2 to 3 and show us your artwork. Miss you guys. Hope to see you soon. But in the meantime, stay safe and create. Bye, second graders.